Hi, my name is Terence. I'm actually from Backfree. So today I'll actually do a short presentation on the implementations of hybrid rainwater and grey water harvesting system in Malaysia. Before I start off, I'd like to talk about Backfree. We've been in the market since 1982, okay, and we are actually specializing in water filtration, treatment, disinfection, and also rainwater harvesting system. We are also a member of Malaysian Green Building Confederations and also a brand winner for Asia Pacific Brand Laureates Awards under Best Brand in Water Filtration and Rainwater Harvesting in 2011. These are actually our core business, the water filtrations that we installed, for example, like Petronas Twin Towers, yeah, and also Maxis Towers, and so forth. We also do integrated water treatment systems in the sense that membrane systems and also the Pangkalan TLDM in Kota Kinabalu, the submarine project. And our system partner is actually WC. It's actually a German company founded in 1989. Okay, this is actually a rainwater harvesting supplier, right? But what happens is that when conventionally you actually have two systems, you need to have a rainwater and you need to have a grey water system. But for us, we can actually apply it's actually a hybrid system. Combine both systems together, right? So rainwater, what is actually rainwater? Rainwater is actually liquid in the form of droplets that condensed from atmospheric water vapor and then precipitated. Sorry, you can actually collect it from the roof, podium, and or the surface runoff. And in terms of grey water is actually wastewater that is actually generated from ablution water, right? Wash hand basins, shower and baths, floor trap, aircon condensate, and also laundry water. Currently in Malaysia, not many people are willing to spend that amount of money to go for grey water because why? They'd rather pipe it straight into the discharge pipe drain compared to reusing it. Okay, but if your project is actually going for Green Building Index, then you might consider on having these grey water systems. Okay. Treatment. After filtration and treatment of the grey water, what can you use it for? In which you can use it for irrigation, alright? WC flushing and urinals, possible. Aircon cooling tower makeup, but you need a more intensive treatment to it. And lastly, general cleaning, which both the filtration, you can go up to 5 NTU, the clarity of the water. So below is actually the guidelines from Singapore under grey water in terms for toilet flushing and also cooling tower makeup. In the sense that order, it will be non-offensive for both. Color-wise, will be less than 15 TCU. pH-wise, 6 to 9. Clarity of the color measured in turbidity will be less than 2 NTU. BOD will be less than 5 milligram per liter. In terms of total coliform, will be less than 10 CFU for both. And Legionella will be non-applicable. Okay. So for our system, Backfree, what we have is actually a hybrid system in which we can actually use the rainwater and grey water channel into a same system that actually helps to treat the water. So this is actually an overview of a Backfree complete water and wastewater treatment reuse solutions in the sense that we actually do centralized water filters, alright, UV disinfection systems, chlorinator system, grey water and rainwater as well. Okay. So Backfree, the grey cell grey water design, what is actually in the system itself? It actually comprises of a multimedia filter, okay, which actually removes the sediment and organic particles down to 5 micron. And you also have a activated carbon filter in which it actually removes off the organic chemical, nitrate, color, BOD and COD. Lastly, we will be having an ozone system which effectively removes microorganisms, okay, viruses, fungi, protozoans, organic materials, and also odor. This ozone system, what happens is that it's a corona discharge type and a venturi injector is utilized to inject the ozone into the grey water stream to mix ozone and grey water typically at 10 liters per minute. Alright. So a small amount of ozone remains in the water for 30 minutes to enable further oxidizing and disinfection of the water. The ozone itself will eventually decompose into oxygen, thus becoming harmless and not present in any quantities harmful to human being consumption. Lastly, an ozone system is actually a very cheap alternative in the sense that it does not need a very high maintenance and recurring cost. Because what it does is actually just taking out oxygen in the air and breaking down the molecules and all. So this actually was a sample, what we've done for Penang Second Bridge, PB2X. This is actually the schematic diagram of how it looks like. Your source will be from grey water and rainwater itself. You'll enter into a vortex fine filter to remove particles down to 0.38 millimeters. And in the tank itself, you have the pre-tank storage with the in-tank accessories to maintain the water quality in the tank. And after that, it'll be pumped into the sand filter and also the carbon filter. And lastly, it will be recirculated with an ozone generator system, in which lastly you go into a clean water tank and to your point of use. Okay. We actually like to show you some of our projects that we have done in terms of rainwater. We have it we have the SB Satya HQ. All right. This project itself is actually GBI Platinum. You're actually using rainwater for WC flushing, urinals. Comprised of two buildings, which is firstly the main building of 1,700 meters square, and also the annex building of 1,000 meters square. This project itself can collect about 5 million liters of water a year. Okay, in terms of per day, it's actually 14 meter cube. So they're actually using the water for WC flushing and urinals. So this is actually the system itself, with the vortex filter, and also a sand filter, and a UV disinfection system over here. Okay. And this is actually for the annex building, which is a small roof. Okay. Another reference that I'd like to show you is actually Standard Chartered building in Technology Park, Malaysia. This project is actually under DBKL, which actually complies you to have rainwater harvesting system. So the first flush capacity is 810 liters. Usage will be irrigation. Collection area is 1,600 meters square. So they can collect about 9 meter cube a day in average. Okay. The tank capacity will be 30% of our OSD, which is compiled by DBKL. So this is actually a schematic diagram of how it looks like, and in the actual. This is actually the filters itself, the vortex filters, and then after that, a first flush tank, which will channel into your rainwater tank. Another reference I'd like to show is Liming Primary School, Bukit Jalil. DBKL project as well. Rainwater usage will be irrigation and general cleaning. Collection area of about 5,000 meters square, and it can collect about 31 meter cube of water a day, which is a lot of water. Okay. This is actually the system itself. Okay. And we have also Nadayu 28. These are actually rainwater references that I'll show you. But what I'm trying to say over here is that you can integrate both systems together instead of having a separate system which actually doubles up your cost. Okay. So this is actually Nadayu 28, GBI Gold, using the water for gardening and irrigation. General cleaning taps. 300 meters square collection area, collect about 2 meter cube a day. Okay. So this is actually the layout of it. And this is the real photo of it. Right, it's actually channeled all the dump pipes into the filters, the vortex filter, and after that, the filter water will be entering the suction RC tank at the bottom, underground. And in the tank itself, we have all the in-tank accessories in which is the smoothing inlet, right, multi-siphon overflow, right, and pump body, which is actually to maintain the water quality in the tank itself. Right, this is actually the light in Penang. Light linear condominium, 75 tap points, GBI certified, 2 towers, total of 2,000 meters square, collect about 12 meter cube a day. So this system itself is very unique in the sense that it's actually fully utilizing gravity feed. There's no electrical components at all for this project. And this is the achievable water standards that we've got from this project in the sense that clarity-wise, if you notice, it's much, much better compared to national drinking water standards. But it's all not meant for drinking. Okay. In terms of color wise, you notice that it's actually very good in the sense that you get an average about 2. Okay, hardness wise, very soft water. pH. pH is actually not a big concern in terms of rainwater harvesting, because what happens is that many people are concerned that it's actually acidic water. But based on our installations up to date, we've noticed that Malaysia's rainwater is slightly acidic only, slightly. Okay. So this is actually the system itself. It makes use of the gravity feed without any pumps at all. Okay, and this is actually another the light project, light collection 1 condominium, GBI certified as well, high-rise building, 1,000 meter square of collection area, collects about 6 meter cube of water a day. All right. So what happens is that for us, we actually do siphonic downpipe, which complies to siphonic downpipe as well, because conventional downpipes, the design will be much more different. I mean, the siphonic will be much more different because of the higher discharge velocity and the pipe size diameter. Okay. So this is actually the general schematic of it. The floor plan. And if you notice, this Y branch is actually customized by us Backfree himself. To slow down the velocity of the siphonic downpipe before it enters the filter, we need to break the siphon effect. And by having a Y branch, or you can have a break tank, or enlarging your downpipe. Okay. So this is actually our One Coral Way, Manila, Philippines project. Lead goal as well. Okay. You can notice these are actually photos from it. And this project, Muda Jaya Group, is actually in Petaling Jaya. It's actually using rainwater for sole purpose of WC flushing, urinals, and gardening with 5 tap points. This whole building, you can actually you have about 1,900 meter square collection area, and you can collect about 11 meter cube of water a day. So this system itself will look like this. They actually have 2 systems. One is actually at the higher roof, and one is actually at the podium. So this is actually the water quality that we've achieved from Menara Muda Jaya. Without any UV disinfection system, without any chlorine dosing system. They're using the rainwater for WC flushing and urinal. Okay, in terms of clarity-wise, if you notice, it's actually very good, because why? On the roof, there's not much contaminants. The most you have is actually dust, particles, leaves, and sometimes birds dropping. Thus, you'll notice that there's bacteria in your water. Okay. So this is actually the system itself. Right. And we also have is Petronas, petrol kiosk in Sungai Besi Highway. They're actually using the rainwater for WC flushing, urinal, and gardening as well. So this project, it can collect about 7 meter cube of water a day, which is a lot of water for petrol kiosk. So this is actually the floor plan of how it looks like. Okay. But this project, we're actually using a sand filter to further polish the water quality for your WC and urinals. In terms of clarity-wise and color, very, very good. Bacteria-wise, there's coliform in the water. pH, as you notice, neutral to slightly acidic.